You're listening to 101 with Tommie Zam. In episode 68, I sit down with Kelsey Nye, talk about skateboarding and life. Let's do this. What's up, Miss Beans? How you doing?
Doing good. What's happening?
Not much, man. Just enjoying this May gray we're in right now, right?
It's actually sunny here where I'm at in Oceanside.
Down here in PB, it's kind of
It's still cloudy.
yeah, it's May gray. It's always May gray out here in PB, you know.
Yeah,
I figured
not
it'd be
here.
sunny. I figured it'd be sunny up there by you, more by you,
Yeah,
upland a little bit, you know, and stuff. So, well, cool. Well, thank you for coming on.
for
You know,
sure.
yeah, I know you skate with Dave Blockhead and all those guys all the time and stuff.
I
So,
do.
and I see them, you know, posting your footage and everything. And then I know Dave told me you guys do like a Sunday thing at the school up there, and you guys dress up in costumes and stuff like that and everything at that
Oh
curb.
yeah, on the special curbs, Sunday curbs, our skate church. We do, yeah, yeah. We'll coordinate our outfits, or if it's like a special occasion or like a holiday or something, we'll dress up or do funny things,
That's
make a
pretty rad.
themed yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm with a bunch of girls. There's a group of us. We call ourselves a high vibe tribe,
Okay.
and we just have fun and goof around and, you know, make do whatever videos,
Okay.
laugh. It's fun.
Have the good times on that one, right?
Yep.
Cool,
Spread
cool.
the positive vibes to everyone.
I hear that. So let's dig into you. I'm not dig into you. That sounds pretty bad, but let's dig
I'm
into
gonna
your.
dig into you, man. Just kidding.
So
Gonna cut you. Just kidding.
I know, I know. Yeah. So tell us a little. You know, so where are you originally from? Are you originally from California and everything?
Yep, I'm from California. I was born up in Newport Beach, lived in Huntington Beach, and then moved out down to North County in '98
Okay.
and moved out to Bonsall, which is out by Fallbrook.
Okay.
And then was out there for a couple years. My mom lives out there, and then I think I moved to Carlsbad when I was 22, something like that.
That was
Lived out
yesterday.
there for a while. Yeah. But I like North County. It's
Okay.
fun.
All right. And
Yeah.
so you mostly were born in Newport, or and then
Well, so
just
I was born in Newport, and
okay.
then we lived in Huntington Beach. So I lived in Huntington. So my dad and a couple other family members still live up there. And then moved down here with my mom, and which I liked because I ride horses. So I started
Okay.
riding horses up in Huntington Beach. So down here there's a lot more equestrian stuff.
Okay.
So of course I was like, let's do this. And yeah, and ever since I've been down here. And I'm in Oceanside. I like
Oside.
it.
Oside to one
Outside.
side.
That's what
So
I'm
so
saying.
so you definitely so what was it like growing up in Newport?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it was okay. I mean, I prefer it down here because I feel like it's kind of more chill, and I don't know, everybody's kind of vibes better, I guess. But up there, I moved down here when I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
So yeah, I was really into horses though up in Huntington, so that was kind of like my main focus then.
Okay.
But it was good. I mean, it's definitely changed since I lived there a lot of development and stuff. Um, Up in Huntington. And
Okay.
but yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
Not
And
bad.
and
Yeah.
you said you got into horses up there. So what was it like family or something? What got you into
No,
horses? Like
I just liked horses, so I was determined to get it going somehow. So my dad helped me get into the stables, and so I would actually work and to get lessons. So I would groom horses or help clean stalls or whatever. I was like, I'll do anything, that I could to take lessons and learn how to ride. And I started riding when I was, I think 11 or 12. So I've been riding for like 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And I,
Congratulations.
yeah, so I do English riding. I started there and rode with Jenny Spooner. She was a trainer down there
Mhm.
and I started showing and I actually got reserve champion,
No way.
which was sick. Yeah. And then I did hunter jumper there. But then when I moved out here to Bonsall, I started riding at a equestrian place in Bonsall, and it was barrel racing. And it was Linda Stenerson, and she taught me how to barrel race, and it was actually really fun.
That's
And yeah, they had cows, they roped. Yeah, it was fun. I learned how to break horses there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
so, well, real quick, so what's English racing or English?
English writing.
Yeah,
So
what
there's
is that?
different. So English writing is, when you see people jumping like over jumps and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a style of riding. Like you have different styles, like skateboarding, you have like the surf skate or like longboarding, or you have like, so it's kind of, I guess, like the style. So there's English riding, there's Western riding, there's barrel racing,
So
there's
so
like
is
different styles,
so Western riding is like
dressage.
you have like a cowboy hat and you ride around
Nah.
Western style?
No, I don't wear the Western hat or and that kind of stuff. I mean, some people do that. Like, okay, so Western pleasure, you would wear like a Western hat and that kind of stuff. But no, English, you just jump and, or you like walk, trot, canter. It's like, I don't know, a different style of riding, I guess you could say. Different saddle, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So it's a
cool.
lot of fun.
And so what, your family was involved with horses, or is this just something that
No, just me. Or you know what? It's just me that primarily rode. My grandma rode a long time ago, but I didn't really know that. I mean, I don't think I remember knowing that at the time, but I'm the only one that rides. My sister started riding with me up in Huntington Beach, but she doesn't really ride anymore.
Mhm.
But now I started back into jumping, so I jump and I show, and I actually showed at Del Mar a couple weeks ago, and I
Really?
got reserve champion again. Yeah, so I was pumped.
That's
So I'm
awesome.
working
And
hard. Yeah.
when you say you got champion and all that stuff, does that means you've gone professional, or is it like more
It's just
something
like a scoring, like you when you show, like, so you have a show and then you show in a division. So like a division is like I'm a jumper. So there's different heights that you can go in and jump on or jump in. So
Mhm.
I jump 2'6", 2 feet 6 inches. And so for that division, I got, so you have champion, reserve champion, and then other people who win like third, fourth, fifth, whatever. So
Mhm.
I got like second place. So I pretty much got reserve champion, which is kind of second place of the whole division. So overall, so you got champion and reserve champion. So I'll be showing in June, and my goal is to get champion. Always a goal, I guess. I
So
want to
that's
do this.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, the reason I don't mean to stay too much on the horses is because I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's very fascinating that people that ride horses and do all this stuff. Because I mean, honestly, I'm afraid of horses. I'm afraid that they're gonna bite me one day. You know what I mean, or
Oh yeah, I've been. Oh yeah. I
take me
mean,
down
I
or
used.
something. You know,
Yeah, I used to break in horses and train horses, and yeah,
really?
I guess yep. I used to. You got to kind of show them who's boss from the beginning if you can, like as a baby. Um, I don't do that now. I'm like, no, I've gotten a concussion before. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll stick with the trained horses. No
So
more bucking broncos.
so you would break those in? How would you break those in?
The babies, you
No,
kind of start.
you
I
said a
break
bronco.
horse. Oh yeah. Well, I've ridden those. Well, so okay, there's two. So you could break in if you get it. You could break in a baby. So like if you get a baby, you train them like on the ground. You want to start breaking them in around like 2 years old. Um, which means you put the saddle on, and you actually sit on them and start doing a little walking, stuff like that to get them used to you on top riding them.
Mhm.
But then you don't wanna ride them too much because, their knees aren't fully developed, so you kinda wanna give them time to, like, develop their
Grow.
knees. So usually about 3 or 4, you can start working them more.
Mhm.
Um, I used to also take ex-race horses and train them to try to be trail horses for people.
Really?
Yeah, and
Is that is that
then
is that pretty hard?
it can be because racehorses only know how to go straight and fast. They don't
Uh-huh.
really know how to turn. They don't like, they just been taught to just go and gallop and do that kind of stuff. There was one couple horses I would get on that they would just start bucking when somebody gets on them to ride. So then I would get on them and try to break them of that habit. There's two horses though that would not, I mean, yeah, anything you do to try to break them of that, it just was not happening. So
And then when
unfortunately,
go ahead.
they're
Sorry.
just, well, unfortunately, they would just be like, like a lawn ornament or something, you couldn't really ride them.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
and so
yeah, but it's fun.
when you get these race horses, are they more the older race horses, or
No,
is it
so racehorses are young.
okay.
And you're usually right off the track. So off the track thoroughbreds, are you like the term for them is like OTTB.
Mhm.
And they're young because they start them young in racing and stuff like that. And then that's when you kind of want to try to break in a horse or teach a horses when they're young, and you know, but no, I don't really ride older. Usually older horses are already kind of ready to ride.
They're ready to sit on a
Usually,
couch and just eat their hay, and it's like, "You know what?
exactly.
I'm done. I'm
Exactly.
chill. Let the
Let's
young
do
bucks
this.
go."
Yeah, they're like, I'm a trail rider and that's it. I just like to walk, you know?
I just wanna chill. Just take me out once in a while and put me back in
Exactly.
my thing, you
Give me
know?
my hay, some carrots. I'm
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
straight, dude, let me drink my
exactly.
water. I'm good.
Right.
I mean,
Chilling.
and another question I was gonna ask you is how can you tell the different breed of different horses? So, like, when I see a horse, I just see a horse, I know some people like, "Oh, that's a blah, 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 and that's a blah, 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 blah," and I'm like, "How can you tell?" You know?
I think um I think just like being in the horse field and getting to know the different breeds, it's kind of like a dog. I mean, some dogs you can decipher which is what. Or like cats, like, oh, that's a whatever.
Mhm.
But I think just getting to know the breed and being around the horses and stuff like that, you just kind of you get the eye for it, you can be like, oh, that looks like a thoroughbred, or that looks like a draft horse, or that's a pain, or that's an Arab. So um
Okay.
you just kind of, yeah,
You just
get
gotta
to
know
know
which
the
one.
breed. Yeah, exactly.
And is it like certain breeds are better for racing and different things or what?
Usually, yeah. So like thoroughbreds are more ideal for racing. Um, Usually, they do some warm bloods, but it just depends though. I mean, but it seems that thoroughbreds are the breed that people seem to choose for that.
Mhm.
Like quarter horses, they're shorter and stockier, so people use them for like barrel racing or roping, stuff like that. It just depends on like what you want to do with the horse and like the breed, what they have to offer. Whereas like racing, you want like a tall, lengthy kind of horse, and if you're like barrel racing, you want a short, stockier, so they can like really turn around the barrels and get
Mhm.
into the pocket and go. So it just depends
Okay.
what you're looking for. Yeah.
And then what kind of horses are those for the derby when they do the derby?
The same. They're like usually thoroughbreds. I mean, you might see, I don't know, they're thoroughbreds usually, but I mean they probably get a warm blood, or they might surprise you with a different breed. I mean, you never know. But like I said, typically thoroughbreds.
Okay. And what's your favorite?
Uh, I don't really have a favorite, um,
Or
really.
one you more for MILF you feel more comfortable with riding or whatever?
I don't eat anything really.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
so so
yeah.
you'll you'll jump on a stallion and whatever and just ride them.
Yeah,
You're like,
do
yeah.
that. Let's
And
go. Just kidding.
you're like, I'm gonna train this stallion and I'm just gonna ride that thing.
Let's go. Let's exactly. It's
And so
funny.
do you have it like do you remember your first time you ever rode a horse? Where like were you like a bad experience or a funny
No, I've
experience?
had good experiences. The only, I mean, well, when before I started, I'd want a trail ride, so I like, hey mom, I want a trail ride. But then the one really when you start cantering on a horse, like I remember that. And then the funniest time, my trainer wanted me to ride this pony. It was so freaking funny because they're so short and fast, and like I could not stop laughing. It was freaking they're so freaking funny. And but no, I mean, there's not really, I don't know, yeah. I think the first time cantering and then riding that pony, I don't know why it sticks in my head, but it was pretty funny. It was funny.
Did you
Uh
did you fall off or anything or what?
Nah, I've fallen off horses, yeah, but not on the pony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually I fall off because they buck me off or something.
Oh, damn. That must be a
Yeah.
scary part. See, that's what I would be scared of right there if I rode a horse, to him just bow, shoot me off of him.
Yeah, I actually, yeah, that was probably, yeah, those are the times where I fallen off when I did ride like those types of horses, is they bucked me off.
Mhm.
But I actually did fall a couple weeks when I showed at Del Mar. I fell, and I haven't fallen in like 20 years, but it was kind of my fault. But we were jumping almost 3 feet,
Mhm.
and the horse that I ride, I had a feeling it might have been a little too high for him because he is a little bit older. But they have these jumps called oxards, and they're two jumps in one, and they're really spread far apart. And we were coming off of one jump into an oxard, and the angle was funky, so we
Mhm.
didn't have enough speed to get to that jump. And so he stopped right in front of it, which was good. Like he was smart and didn't just try to jump it and fuck shit up or something. So he stopped and I just like fell over, landed on the jump, but I mean, I was fine. It's
Damn.
all good.
I
Yeah, but
I
it happens. Like it's part of the sport. I mean, it's like skateboarding. You fall and
yeah,
you just get back up and
you
do
do
it
it
again.
again. And but
So
think about you're falling off of a, like, 6-foot horse or something, 5-foot horse or whatever.
yeah, yeah. But see, I don't know. Maybe because I've done it for so long, it's to me, it's just part of the whole experience if it happens. But I mean, same with I mean, skateboarding, you could be dropping into a bowl and like
Yeah.
eat shit or something,
No, that's definitely true.
which I did. Yeah.
And so you rode horses and then when you're young, you started getting skateboarding or when did you
I
start
actually
skateboarding?
started skateboarding later in life.
Really?
I was probably 2006 I started.
Okay.
Like, you go to like a friend's house though and they have a skateboard. I want to TikTok around or something. Or whatever, like, but no, 2006 is when I really started skateboarding and stuff like that, like at the parks and all that kind of stuff. And then I kind of took a break a little bit because then I got back into like horses and I was part of a horse rescue for a while. Oh, and then I
Really?
also yeah, I showed dogs too. I did
Oh,
a lot.
whoa. You do a lot.
Yeah. So, I was part of a horse rescue, and then yeah, I showed. I don't know if you heard of American Bullies.
Yeah.
So in 2015, I was showing the American Bullies, and my one female, we got grand champion with the ABKC.
What? So what
Yeah.
got you into that?
Just I don't know. It's just I like the breed, and it looks. I don't know. I always have to be doing something, and I guess it looked fun to show, and I was like, oh, let's see see how it is. I went to a show and it was a lot of fun. Like, people just pop up their tents, music's going, and you kind of just hang out and have a good time. And when she started winning, I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, okay. Let's see what we got." So I just kept going. I'm like, so every time we win, I mean, she'd get first place. So, and it's for me, it was fun.
That's cool. And so
And
how they judge them? Like, how do they judge them by,
they
like
judge on their, oh my gosh, I can't even think of the word. Their conformation. So like their stance, their teeth, their head, like how they look. It's all
wow.
based on how they look. Um, yeah, all that kind of stuff. So you have to teach them. There's like they call it, you got to stack your dog. So it's like you got to have them stand a certain way, and like the judge comes around and they take a look at your dog, and then they'll have you go around the little arena, like trotting, or not trotting, but yeah, kind of running with them. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's all on confirmation and how they look and stuff, pretty much.
And so you couldn't take your dog out, and you had to be like, stay in the house, keep 'em bougie looking and stuff like that before the
Nah,
before
they let him run around, get in the
uh,
dirt. When it's they stayed pretty clean, and I mean good looking. She'd get her show bath before.
oh, okay.
But yeah, but it's diet, what you feed him and stuff too.
Well, you gotta feed
Um,
them.
I just did a grain free. I do eggs with it. You could do I do supplements and stuff like that just to help their coat and everything. Um, and yeah, they did good.
That's pretty rad. And how many
Yeah.
American Bullies do you have?
I only have one now. It's the son of my female who I showed. But at the time I had three.
3? Okay, and they were all part of
Yeah.
the shows or what?
No, just Pootie. My dog, her name is Pootie. We call her
Oh,
Pootie
what?
Tang.
I li
My
Foodie Tang,
Yeah.
I know what movie you got that from.
Yeah, it's funny. I was trying to find a name, and my friend Debbie, she actually came up with Pootie Tang. Like, hell yeah, that's the one.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I like that name,
but
Foodie Tang.
yeah, so yeah, her name was Pootie. Um, but yeah, I don't even remember what the question was.
Oh, like,
I sidetracked.
it's all good, it's all good. So it was basically what I asked you was, is all 3 of them part of the show?
Oh yeah, no, just Pootie. And then I did one breeding with her, but that's a lot of work. And after that, I'm like, I'm done. I'm good.
You said
Like
breed is that where you have to
I
sell?
bred her. Yeah,
Uh,
so I bred her to another American Bully, and then so she had a litter. But dude, it's a lot of work. Like
really?
my dog now, like I thought we were gonna have to take her in to have like an emergency C-section because he got stuck
Oh,
because his
no.
head was so big. That's the thing with this breed is like their heads are big. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually had to like I was able to like grab him and then like get him out. It
Mhm.
was wild. But I mean, and I was already a nurse, so I'm like, okay, here we go, delivering this puppy here. Oh, it was wild. I was like, oh my God, I was stressing. But I got him out and it was fine. I'm like, I'm not doing this again.
That's awesome, and then I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back a little bit. So you said you rescue horses. So whoa, tell me about that.
I was part of a horse rescue. They would go to, so there's these horse auctions that people just drop off horses to and they ship them off to Mexico or wherever,
Mhm,
and just horses that people don't want. And so they would go down to the auctions and try to save ones that they could to rehabilitate them and then adopt them out to people.
mhm.
Um, so I was part of that for a couple years. That was fun.
Do you miss
And
it?
then no, it was a lot. No, not really. I mean, it was fun while I did it, but not really. Yeah,
And so,
I
like, he
feel.
was like he was just rescue, like, banded horses and s
Yeah, people would drop. Yeah, there's skinny horses, like some that are emaciated, so then they'd rehabilitate them. Yeah, you've seen all kinds of stuff. It's kind of gnarly.
yeah, that's pretty
And
gnarly.
yeah, um, and then yeah, I stopped doing that because I started snowboarding
What?
in
So
2000.
you're like adventurous over here, going from
I know
horses
I do.
to
I
to
know, I do a
bullying
lot of stuff.
bullying and everything? That's awesome. So
Yeah,
snowboarding.
gotta stay
So
active. Yeah, so I started snowboarding in 2018. I
okay,
think, yeah, 2018, 17. I love it. It's so fun.
that's awesome. And so let me
Yeah.
ask you, so when snowboarding, so riding horses, and then, a little bit of skateboarding, and now you're snowboarding, do you feel like riding horses kinda, like, help you out from not being afraid
Mhm.
to fall and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah, I guess it would help with your balance, you know? Yeah, not to fall, I guess. And then, yeah. I mean, obviously you have more control on a dirt bike, or I mean, oh, I'm going into dirt bikes. I used to ride dirt bikes. Um, I'm all over the place,
Oh
man.
my god, so you're a dirt biker, a horsey, and all that
I'm
stuff.
just saying. Oh, it's funny. I think because I skateboarded, it helped my snowboarding,
Okay.
and then riding horses probably helped more with riding dirt bikes. I guess you could say.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Do you surf
but
too? Do you throw surfing in there
yeah, I
too?
longboard.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I'm a longboarder.
Well, see, but that's pretty good what you do because what you do, it helps out a lot. You know what I mean? Like you're very
Yeah, for
active,
sure.
but also too, if you look at everything you do, it helps you. And I want to say mold you, but it did mold you into what you're doing. Skateboarding,
Oh,
surfing, all
totally.
that, all that. Because if
Yeah,
you didn't have that, what would you do? Do you ever think about that?
exact. I know. I don't even know. I'd probably go crazy.
Like,
I
do you
can't
ever
just like sit around.
just sit
But
around
yeah, I
doing
don't know. Yeah, I can't sit around and do nothing. Well, I mean, obviously there's days where you like have a down day or something like that, but and I like being active
Yeah,
and doing stuff. So I think if anything, if I didn't, I'd probably just be riding horses or something. I
really?
would think. Yeah,
You
I'm
think you go
thinking.
professional?
No, I would just do it for. I just like only did it for fun. Then there's
Okay,
not. It's hard to become professional and do all that. It's a lot of money. It is expensive.
really?
It can
Like how
be.
much?
It can be.
Okay.
Well, if you're showing and stuff, it can get more expensive because you have to pay for like the barn fees, the entry fees, and all this other kind of stuff. Um, Barrel racing was not that expensive, and you actually had a chance to win money during when you barrel raced or went to a show.
Mhm.
Well, you could actually try to win money jumping, but yeah, it's still more expensive, I feel like. But it's worth
So
it. It's
so
fun.
is there, like, crazy, like, horse people out there that, that takes things way serious and they're, like, very, like, demanding, like, "Duh, duh, 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 duh,"
Yeah, I think yeah, there's always I think with any sport, there's always some
those
people
people?
like that. Yeah, there you can get that anywhere. But
Yeah.
yeah, some people take it real seriously.
I'm
And
trying
it's
to
like,
picture
dude, let's just have fun, man. That's all I'm here to do. Everybody just calm down. It's
So I
fine.
I so I did hear you say you're a nurse, so how did that come
Yes.
along?
I was always inter like curious like in like when somebody got hurt or something, I was like, oh, I want to help, or I was like curious about that. Or I'd watch like the ER shows or something. So I started out as a CNA, I think when I was like 19, and then I ended up becoming an ER tech. So I was
Okay.
the ER tech for a couple years, and I worked at a trauma one center in Escondido, and I was a trauma scribe.
What's
So
that?
when the trauma comes in, you have to sit in there and you have to basically write down everything that's happening.
Oh, no.
So, like, if they're intubating, you're like, what size tube? Or if they're starting an IV, like, what size IV? What fluids are you running? And stuff like that. Um, yeah, a lot of different stuff. Because when you're in an emergency situation, like you're just like the nurses and the doctors and everybody's just like they're doing their thing. So they don't
Mhm.
have time to sit there and like chart. So you gotta help you're basically helping them out with the charting and stuff and
Yeah.
what's going on in that scenario. Um, that was a lot of work, a lot of interesting things for sure.
I bet you see a lot of crazy stuff.
Heck yeah. It was
And
wild. But it's good
yeah.
though.
Yeah, hey
And
hey, keep
then
keeps you going,
yeah.
right?
exactly. And then I was like, well, I want to be a nurse because I want to be more in the mix of things. So then I went to school, got my nursing, and 20 years later, here I am.
So what kind of nurse are you?
I work at an outpatient surgery center.
Okay.
So yeah, I do pre-op recovery. I've been doing that for like 13 years now.
Oh, congratulations.
Sometimes yeah, I like it. Sometimes I'll go and I'll break in the OR for breaks and lunches at the place I'm at now. Um, Prior to that, I've done like hospice, I've done nursing homes, what other nursing? I've done urgent care nursing, stuff like that.
Mm,
But it's good.
that's
I
good. I
like
mean,
it. Yeah.
so you love adrenaline. So you're like an adrenaline person, you like,
Maybe is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. Because I mean, think about it.
Maybe.
You're a nurse, you're ER, snowboard, skateboard, horses.
Yeah.
So I mean, you love that like adrenaline, like that whole fire. Like I want
Yeah.
to get in the
Like,
mix of
damn, let's
everything.
go. Let's do this.
Exactly.
Pumped.
And then
Yeah.
that's when you got back into skateboarding after that little in between, right?
Yeah, then I actually started really back up. So one of my really good friends, her name's Lori Hewitt, and I've known her for 20 years.
Mhm.
And I saw she started skateboarding. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go and I started skating with her again. And it went all downhill from there. And now really we're all into it. It's fun because back when I started skating, there wasn't a lot of women skateboarders.
Mhm.
You're kind of like on your own with the guys and stuff like that. And guys don't really like hype you up like the girls do. They're just kind of like, okay, cool. Whereas the girls, like, I don't know, we have fun and we hype each other up and dance around and play some music, and it's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, and it's good.
I mean, and
So
so what do you love about skateboarding?
um I like just hanging out like with the girls, doing new tricks, and then, when you've been trying a trick, and trying, and then it finally clicks, you're like, holy shit, that's what it feels like. Like I've been practicing my front carve grinds and I finally like hit like coping
Mhm.
and I was like, "Holy shit, that's what like it like did a slash grind." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Holy shit, this is what it feels like." And it just clicked. And I don't know, you just get pumped. And then, people seeing you pumped and then they get pumped and it's a lot of fun.
that's pretty rad. I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
skateboarding is a lot of fun, you know what I mean? If you're
Oh,
with
totally.
the right crew of people and
Definitely.
and you click with the right ones and stuff like that, it can make a lot
For
of fun,
sure. Yeah.
because I remember when I was young and stuff like that, we would go, me and the homies would jump on our bikes and put our boards between our backpacks and bike around town and skate, and
Right.
then we'll go hit a Taco Bell and go chow
Nice.
down from Taco Bell and go skate,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yep.
I mean, I've been skateboarding since 30 plus years. So I mean,
Nice.
so I've been around for a long time. So we had like dinosaur cameras, so the
Oh, yeah.
big old ass old 80, 90 cameras and stuff that you put on your shoulders and stuff. So we would
Right.
carry those around with the VH tapes and we used to make skate videos and stuff like that, our own videos, and we had a crew, and our crew was called Big Balls, BB.
Oh, funny.
So that's what we were. So I mean,
Nice.
but we wouldn't show anybody. We just make a team video or homie video, and we just all sit around and watch it. And
Oh, nice.
it
That's
was
what I
fun.
do. Yeah, that's what I do. Make those reels on just of us having fun and like just showing the highlights of our, where we skate and what we do and just to hype people up. And it's a lot of fun. And we call it the girls and I we call it like our skate therapy too. Like, sometimes you have those days where you're just like, I don't want to do anything or skate, but then you're like, nah, I need to go out. And then we just skate, have fun, whatever. And it's like, you're like, I'm glad I came out. I'm glad I skated. It's like skate
Yeah,
therapy.
yeah, and that's what skateboarding. Not just with skateboarding. I mean, that's with skateboarding, surfing, horseback
Right.
riding, running,
Totally.
anything you
Yep.
do. It's
Yep.
it's a thing in your brain that keeps you going. So if you have a bad
Oh,
day or
totally.
stressful day, you're just like, boom, I'm gonna go out and do something active, and I will feel so much better, you know.
Yep, totally. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
But I mean,
Totally worth it.
but with skateboarding, it's a whole different thing, you know. It's a fun thing to do, you know.
Oh, totally. Good workout, keeps you active. That's the big thing just in general is staying active.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, especially being a nurse and stuff, you see the older generation and you see what it does to people who are not active, and then you see people who are active, like how much more healthier or, they can move better and stuff like that versus somebody who's not as active. And I don't know. I've had patients, tell me their regrets and stuff. So I just want to make sure I don't have any regrets in life, have fun, skate, exercise,
Do all the
you
above,
know,
right?
exactly.
So whenever
It's
you have
important.
long nights, at the hospital or whatever, do you ever like bust out a fingerboard and start doing tricks and stuff, or do you like imagine yourself skateboarding at that moment?
No, I don't have to do long nights anymore, thank goodness.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, I don't, nah.
No, you never brought a
No,
fingerboard.
you know what? No, if I'm like at work or something, I'm always like, hey, where's the next spot to go to? Or like the girls, we have like our own thread. We're like, hey, where are we skating next? Or what are we doing? Or yeah.
So on your lunch break, you never go out and bust out your board and do some tricks out in the parking lot and stuff?
No, not
Not yet.
really.
Not yet,
Not
right?
yet. I know. I'm like,
How
maybe I
about that?
should.
See, I'm giving you ideas, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, "You know
I
what?"
know. You know what? I do have to, well, no, let's see. I think last week I met up with some friends at the skate shop down here in Carlsbad after work in my scrubs. And yeah, we hit some, or I think I surprised the girls one day too. I got off early, so I surprised them at Olympus Skate Park. I had my scrubs on. I'm like, what's up,
What?
guys? It's like bust a move. Yeah, it was pretty
And
fun.
you're like, "Alright, peace. I gotta go back to work. See you later."
Yeah, like, bye. It was pretty funny.
And then,
Yeah,
and so, I'm very inspired by women skaters. I mean, I think it's
nice.
awesome. There's ton of, like you said, there were women skaters, like Lisa Steamer and names go
Mm-hmm.
on and on, but it wasn't like it is now, and I think it's
Right.
really awesome that there's a lot of
Totally.
good girl
I
skaters out
agree.
there and
Yep.
everything. What's your opinion on that? Like the whole thing?
I think it's great. I mean, especially, yeah, it's welcoming. Like, it provides like the camaraderie with other women. Yeah, I think it's great.
And do
And
you
I
enter
think
sorry, go ahead.
with, oh, yeah, it's way better than it was back in the days
And do you remember your
or when I
first
started.
board?
Yeah, I had do you remember Scum Skates?
Mhm.
So I had a Scum skateboard and I have it hanging on my wall. Um, it's like has a shark and stuff. I can't remember who rode that one, but yeah, that was my first skateboard. And it was
And
like an eight and a quarter or something like that.
did you grab it at a skate shop or what?
No, my friend at the time, he was selling for Scum Skates.
Okay.
So he got all like the boards and stuff, and so I got a board from him. Um, yeah. And then I don't remember my next board. Oh, I got my next board from Route 44. You remember Route
Okay.
44? Yeah. That was
Yeah.
that. Then that's when I like the 9-inch square tails.
Okay.
That was my jam. I have an anti-hero green cheek board now that I like a
There you
lot.
go.
Yeah.
And so do you mostly skate street, park, or you do
Park
every
transitions. Yeah, I like park transitions. I started doing street this year at curbs, and it honestly has taught me a lot. I didn't realize how much it would teach me like different tricks and stuff, and it actually helps with the transitions and carving and like doing little things in the parks and stuff. But yeah, mainly parks and transitions.
Okay, so that's what you more prefer, like, more your
Yeah.
style. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's awesome,
Yeah.
and because I mean, I like you guys' videos. I mean, because I see them
Oh,
on Dave.
thanks.
I see Dave
Yeah.
sometimes reposting them and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
and it's kinda fun because, like you said, like, the viewers, if you ever wanna check them out, check it out. Um,
Exactly.
they're definitely a lot of fun, just showing you guys, like, out there just giving each other high fives and stuff, so it's like
Yep.
it's like what skateboarding is supposed to be about,
Well, exactly. And
not
that's
about
why we like
competition.
exactly. And that's why we do these videos and stuff just to show like, how much fun you can have with skateboarding and, hyping each other up and being supportive and positive. And I mean, like Dave says, Blockhead is like, the best skaters are the ones having fun.
It's
You
true.
don't have to be the best skater. If you're out there, you're doing it, you're on your board, you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Being
true. I mean,
active.
because you can tell by the ones who watch the skate and stuff like that, they're the ones that like not having fun. They're so caught up in their little tunnel, and then you got the ones that like
Yeah,
over here just like I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll do a little slappy,
exactly.
no comply off, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you just do it, have fun and who cares what people think and yeah, as long as you're having fun and whatever. That's like we'll dance around or like it's funny, we'll joke around and we'll like film us dancing like this is our warm up guys. Oh, it's pretty funny. I think one day like I woke up and I think I was scrolling through Instagram and there's a song called the Chicken Banana song. It's
Oh,
like have you seen it? It's like chicken banana chicken. So I'm like, dude, to my friend Letty, I was like, we have to. This is our song of the day. So we go. We're like, dude, we're gonna just play it on loop at the skate park. And we get there and we just turned it on because we are trying to get our front side carbs. And we're like, hey, we're gonna do it. And there's another skater there, and we like hyped him up. He's like, dude, you guys brought the vibes and stuff like that. And so we were pumped that we were
that's
pumping up
awesome.
somebody else. So,
That's awesome.
it's good
That's awesome. To hear.
times.
And then
Yeah.
so you guys skate the Sunday curbs all the time or what?
Yeah, we skate, Sunday curbs usually every Sunday unless. I don't know. I mean, not like well, there's one guy, Tim, he's there definitely every Sunday
Mhm.
with his kids. And, yeah, we try to go every Sunday. Listen to their skate therapy, hang out, do a few slappies, or whatever. Sometimes some people bring ramps or some people bring rails or there's just a little curb you have to skate. So it's a lot of fun.
Cool, that's rad. And how'd you get
hmm
come up with your name? Tell me about your nickname.
I used to say cool beans all the time back in the days. And then through my friends, it just got shortened to beans. Like, they'd be like, oh, cool beans is here. And then it's turned into just beans is here. I mean, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
I think
So
it's
now
pretty
it's just
rad.
beans.
I thought maybe you ate, like, baked beans all the time, like, they known you, like, when you're a kid just walking around eating baked
All right.
beans.
There's beans eating beans. I'm just kidding. That'd be funny. No, I
That that
said cool beans. Yeah.
that's really cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you got a contest you'll be skating coming up too, right?
No. Oh, the Mighty Mama.
Mama? Skate
No,
Mama?
it's like a fundraiser thing. So I think my
Tell me
friend
about it.
Christy and I are gonna skate the Iguana Bowl in Encinitas on Friday. And then I know they're doing like some skate. It's like a whole like event. They have like events each day.
Mhm.
I know Haley's doing something at her bowl Saturday afternoon, which I might go to. And just skate. It's just to have fun and skate, hang out and
Okay.
hang out with the ladies. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
so it's not a contest, it's just like a little, like
no, not a contest. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. The only skateboard contest I have entered in. So, Mikey Rat,
yeah,
and he put on like a slalom
no
at a
way.
little contest at the Soul Grind skate shop down in San Diego. And so and me and two other girls, we entered, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I don't care. And I'm like, let's do it. And of course, I'm not. I'm like on my regular park board, but then I got last place, which is fine. But I got last
Hey,
place, but
hey,
I won
high five
trucks.
to the mic, girl. Congratulations
Yeah,
on
you know
last
what I'm
place.
saying? I won a pair of indie trucks. I'm like, hey, what can I say? It was pretty sick. But it was fun. It was fun just entering and doing it, and everybody was having fun, and yeah, it was a blast.
You
That's
talking
the
about
only skate
slow
contest
grind,
I've ever been in.
slow grinding here in PB?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, that's right down the road from me.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
they had a contest, I can't remember when that was. It was like a while ago,
I think that
but
was
it
like
was fun.
it was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Was
I
it a
remember
year
hearing.
ago?
I think so. I don't remember. I remember them talking about it. I remember hearing about it.
Yeah. It was like September timeframe
Yeah,
ish, maybe.
when it was warmer, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But it was fun.
That's awesome. That's definitely awesome. And then,
Yeah.
a couple more questions. So, like, what do you want to do for women skaters, or anything you want to like help out and make it grow better, not better, but grow more and stuff?
I would just to inspire people, with especially with the girls that I hang out with. We call it the high vibe tribe. Just showing them that it's fun. You can be whoever, be yourself, have fun, skate, hang out, and just kind of encourage them that like, yeah, who cares what people think, just if you're having fun, that's all that matters,
Hmm, that's
you
awesome.
know.
No, it definitely is. I mean, and your crew sounds pretty cool. I mean, how'd y'all come up with that name?
I think I don't even know how we actually came up with that name. I think because we're just like, yeah, we have the high vibes, and then it just turned into the high vibe tribe, and yeah, it just turned into high vibe tribe. Kind of just like my name, Cool Beans. It just kind of happened. So we're like, yeah, the high vibe tribe. Because I think people are like, oh, you guys really have the positive vibes or a good vibe about you, and we're like, yeah, we're the high vibe tribe. You
That's
know.
right. Have you ever thought about
And
doing t-shirts and stuff like that? Kind of like promote it a little bit?
we have been, yeah, we've been talking about it. I know we're like, yeah, we've been talking about it. Can you abbreviate it to the HVT? And we're like, are you infected with the HVT? And then like, yeah, we've been talking about it. It'd be cool. So
That'd be cool. I mean, because I think it'd
yeah,
be
we might
rad. I
have
mean,
stuff in the works.
yeah, because I mean, it'd be rad because I mean, that definitely, it would be cool to have like a woman, skateboard brand or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah, for sure.
focus on like positive things and stuff like that. Because
Right.
I mean, I think people would rock it. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally. For
have
sure.
a little trucker hat, or a couple tees,
Exactly.
throw some boards.
Stickers.
Exactly, exactly. See, I'm giving you some ideas here. I'm
I'm
branding you
just
guys out,
saying, get some koozies.
right? For the
What
beers, you
else
gotta
can we
have that.
do? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, we
definitely.
even have some sayings and stuff. We're like, oh, we should make our own sayings or like stickers with our sayings. And yeah, we've talked, definitely. You
Or
never
you,
know what will happen.
but you know what? It'd be cool. You guys make a little video. That'd be awesome.
With the High Vibe Tribe or
Yeah.
with our merch or
No,
whatever.
no, no. Yeah, with the crew.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about stuff. There's a video I want to do with all of us in it. Um, One of these days I'm working on. It'd be cool. But it's
What,
like trying to get all the girls together.
what's the idea?
So, it'd be like us on the strand down here in Oceanside skating, and then, with we have a couple friends with like some classic cars to have those in there, and like, yeah, got some
No.
ideas. I don't want to give it away, okay?
Hey, I'm visioning
You
this
know,
right now. You all right?
exactly.
I think it's a great idea. So the
Yeah.
last question of the interview. So what can you say to people that want to ride horses, or skateboard, or anything that they want to do to motivate them?
Do it. Just you'll find a way if you stay motivated and basically manifest it, I mean, it can happen. Don't, let anybody tell you no or whatever. If that's what you want to do, then do it. You have an idea, you want to do it.
So you
Don't
hear
let
that from
anybody
Miss
hold you back.
Beans. Miss
Mm-hmm.
Beans. Miss Beans says
Mish
just
beans.
do it. She
Just
said,
do
"Go."
it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
right? And then go see them. And what you guys usually skate Prince Park, stuff like that.
Prince Park, yeah, we're yeah, Prince Park, all the way down to Linda Vista. We'll go to Washington Street, all over, yeah, OB, skate park, um, Olympus a lot, and then yeah, those are like our main spots,
There you go. So
depending
if
how
you
we feel.
So look for these guys because these guys are
Yeah,
definitely a lot of fun. I watch their videos and their videos make me laugh, because they're not
nice.
a good laugh, you know.
No, right. Then that's the goal. Like, people enjoying the videos and, seeing all the fun and the positivity and everything.
And,
That's
and they
the
have great and,
goal.
and they have great dance moves. I will tell you that for
That's
sure.
right. You gotta have the dance moves.
I
Just
mean,
saying.
I think it's you that do all the dance moves, right?
We no, Letty, I think we're all like, okay, let's do, like we all kind of come up with something like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, or my friend Letty, she's like, okay, my friend Letty's funny. She's the one with the idea. So she's always like, I have an idea. I'm like, okay, what's your idea? So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, check these guys out, man. Well, Kelsey, thank you so much for coming on 101. And hey,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, you're killing it, and definitely, like, hey, man, like you have such a great energy, and I love it.
Thanks. I
All right. Well,
appreciate. I'm
take
glad I
care.
can spread the love.
There we go. I'll see you on the streets, girl.
Sounds good.
All right. Peace.